Hey, let's talk about GTA 6. This game is going to be absolutely massive. It feels like the game already sold itself out nearly 6 months before launch. But what's not just a feeling is this GTA 6 is on track to become the highest grossing product in the history of digital entertainment. Not just the biggest game ever, the biggest thing the industry has ever produced. GTA 5 moved roughly 250 million copies. Sales revenue from the game alone is estimated at around $6 billion. And that's just the base game, the single-player campaign on physical and digital storefronts. GTA Online isn't even in that number yet, according to insider estimates. And yes, you have to keep in mind that Rockstar never actually publishes these figures themselves. But by those estimates, GTA Online pulled in somewhere up to $5 billion on its own. Altogether, the project brought in somewhere between $9 and $11 billion. The highest grossing film in cinema history right now is Avatar. It pulled in just under $3 billion. And look, I keep saying things like reportedly and sources say because Rockstar never puts out official numbers. Everything comes from insiders, analysts, people like Tom Henderson doing the digging. What's floating around online is that within 24 hours of pre-orders opening, Rockstar moved 39 million copies of GTA 6. The word is, the game has already made $3 billion. None of that is official, but you can be pretty confident that GTA 6 will have paid for itself completely before a single person actually plays it. And man, we still have to wait before we can actually play it. Here's a stat that never gets old. The Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth, costs less to build than GTA 6 did to develop. And on top of that, the construction took half the time. 6 years versus 12 for GTA 6. And that's with the Burj Khalifa being finished during a full-blown economic crisis. Yeah, in case you missed it, Dubai had to borrow money from Abu Dhabi just to get the thing finished. Though to be fair, the value of money has shifted a lot, since the Burj Khalifa went up between 2004 and 2010. And the inflation back then. Inflation was a whole different thing back then. But if we're being really precise here, we don't actually know what GTA 6 cost to make, because Rockstar has never officially reported those numbers to anyone. That figure is an estimate from insiders, nothing more. On the other hand, Rockstar's parent company Take-Two is a publicly traded company, with shareholders, investors, and all the leaks that come with that. Insiders, so-called. A lot of those leaks could easily be controlled releases, because news like this gets investors excited and stock prices go up. Which actually got me thinking, maybe before launch, it might be worth picking up some Take-Two stock, because despite all the hype, all those record-breaking pre-orders, the stock is still sitting pretty cheap and hasn't really moved much at all. If the launch goes well, and honestly it probably will, investors are going to get excited about GTA Online's future and the eventual PC and new platform releases, and that stock is going to climb. So basically, we're throwing the mortgage into Take-Two shares. Not financial advice, obviously. Here's another number worth paying attention to. According to a survey by Inside Gaming, a full 80% of the 10,000 users they polled actually bought the Ultimate Edition at $100. GTA 6 is genuinely the kind of game people are going to buy not twice, but 3 times. Different platforms, different formats, digital and physical. To prevent leaks, Rockstar announced that the physical edition of GTA 6 won't actually include a disc, just a slip of paper with the code inside the box. At that point, the box exists purely for shelf display. That's it. Something to put in your collection and look at. Part of me is genuinely bummed out by that, but honestly, I've made my peace with it. We're in the digital era now. These games don't really belong to us anymore. For anyone who stepped away from gaming for the last decade and is just now coming back, this is going to hit like a truck. You pick up a box and there's no disc. Welcome back. On the other side of this, there's a rumor floating around, based on what's supposedly a support response from Rockstar to one player. The claim is that a full disc version will show up later, a few months after launch. But that's not an official statement, so take it for exactly what it's worth. And honestly, that support reply could have been written by an AI bot anyway. And honestly, the trust people have in this company is kind of insane. Not for no reason though, and I'll keep it short. Rockstar has always delivered great games. Not just GTA either. Red Dead, Bully, the whole catalog. The only times they genuinely dropped the ball were with GTA Online updates and those remaster and remake releases. Yeah, they had some slip-ups, but the actual games never bet. Not once. That's exactly why nobody's out here remembering that whole no pre-orders movement anymore. At this point, it's honestly kind of embarrassing to even bring it up. For the record, I still haven't put in my pre-order because my card situation is a mess and I need to link a new one. I'm a little stressed about it, not gonna lie. What if by the time I get it sorted, all the digital copies are just gone? I genuinely don't get the people who set timers to pre-order the exact second pre-orders went live. Like, what's the point of that? To give you a sense of just how monumental this game's development was, a union of Rockstar workers actually formed in the UK during production. And not former employees either. These were current Rockstar staff, who then got fired after they started raising complaints. The workers were unhappy with their conditions, how they were being treated, all of that. Imagine how the Rockstar outsourced workers in India reacted when they found out that employees in Britain were complaining about working conditions. So they tried to form a union, except they never quite got there. Because under UK law, a union can only be officially registered once at least 10 of a company's workforce has signed on. Rockstar moved fast and fired the people who wanted to join before they could hit that threshold. They never reached the minimum headcount, so the union never got registered. Cute move. Rockstar's official explanation was that those people were fired for leaking. The leaks, they said, that's why. Former employees called that exactly what it is: total garbage. They say Rockstar cut those workers specifically to kill the union before it could register. The union still got formed anyway, for what it's worth. I'm laying all this out to show just how brutal this game's development actually was. It wasn't only hundreds of people writing code, drawing assets, and scripting out every detail. There were lawsuits, there were union fights, there were firings and full burnouts. For every single person who touched this project, it was a real, serious chunk of their life. Official pricing, $80 for the standard edition, $100 for the ultimate edition. So what do you actually get with Ultimate? The headliner is the 1995 Grotti Cheetah. And here's the thing, even a standard edition pre-order gets you this rare retro car. It's a classic that literally still sits outside a real hotel in Miami. That alone makes the pre-order worth doing, in my opinion. Ultimate also comes with 2 Hawk Little Morgan revolvers, and players already cracked an Easter egg on one of them. The serial number matches GTA Vice City's release date, which may well be the first Easter egg in the whole game. You also get a boat, a buggy, a classic car collection, and then it's mostly cosmetics, clothes, tattoos. Not a bad package for an extra 20. If that 20 gap is genuinely the deal breaker for you, none of these bonuses are so essential that you can't enjoy the game without them, and that's fair. Honestly though, I was relieved that 100 is the ultimate price. I expected 100 to be the base, with Ultimate sitting somewhere around 140, 145. A lot of people assume the same thing. They could have priced it there, and let's not kid ourselves. We'd have complained, made noise, and bought it anyway. Stop pretending gamers have principles about this. If they did, FIFA would have collapsed a decade ago. Of course not. There'll be tattoos in the package, but I bet it's a fraction of what the full game actually has. And I want to be clear, I'm not someone who dismisses cosmetics. In something like Assassin's Creed, where how your character looks genuinely shapes the experience, locking the best skins behind a paywall is a real problem. But with GTA 6, I'm confident the Ultimate Edition is giving us the smaller slice of the total pie. Honestly, the whole debate around GTA 6's price is a little absurd. What do people think it should cost? 40? 60? In a world where Mario Kart runs 80, that's the price that GTA 6 should land at. Sure, annual Call of Duty and FIFA cost basically the same. I've seen the argument that defending corporate pricing makes you a shill. No, I'm not defending Rockstar. I'm defending common sense. Complaining about the price of a genuinely epoch-defining game, one that'll eat hundreds of hours and get content updates for the next decade of GTA Online, when single-player games that wrap up in 20-30 hours cost only 10 less. That's not a take, that's a meltdown. I figured the price complaints were mostly a CIS region thing, where 8100 is genuinely serious money. Then I went on Reddit. Same conversations, same outrage, just less aggressive. This sets a precedent. Now everyone will charge 100 for everything. Cool. If a game isn't worth the price, don't buy it. Wait for a sale. Grab a used disc. And the special cringe was watching Americans debate the supposedly high price when 100 in America is literally dinner for 2 at a mid-tier restaurant. 2 dishes, a drink, 2 hours. Or 200 hours in GTA. The pricing inequality across entertainment is genuinely absurd. But that's the comparison we're working with. When I cover Nintendo eShop prices and point out how insane they are, I don't get much support in the comments. Everyone says Nintendo can charge whatever they want. It's normal. Fine. Then you can also lose your mind over Rockstar Pick 1. Here's the thing. GTA 6 is a phenomenon, not just a game. Right now, there are people who pre-ordered it with zero connection to gaming. They bought a PS5 specifically for it. I'm at the age where fewer people around me still play games. Families, jobs, burnout, debt, kids, and even they are coming back for this one. After 13 years since GTA 5, a whole new cycle is starting. Hundreds of new creators will build their careers on this game. Young streamers, young voices, a whole wave of them. And they'll look at the old guard the way we used to look at veterans like Anton Logvinov, calling them out-of-touch dinosaurs. That's the cycle, and we're the ones aging into it. Personally, I owe a lot to GTA 5. I borrowed money from my mom to buy it on PlayStation 3. It was in English, and I probably caught 40 of the story. Didn't matter. Spent insane hours in GTA Online, building custom car tracks. The game mattered to me, and now its successor is almost here. That's a lot to sit with. And the girl on the GTA 5 cover? Remember the drama. 13 years ago, Lindsay Lohan filed a lawsuit claiming the blonde character was based on her. Since then, she's had quite a journey. Cleaned herself up, converted to Islam if you didn't know. Good for her, genuinely, if it helped. Now, people are already claiming the GTA 6 cover girl's look was taken from a specific South American model. I don't buy it. Rockstar never uses real people. They have every legal reason to avoid that liability. And with 8 billion people on Earth, any face will have lookalikes. It's not her. Quick stat that is genuinely wild. GTA 6 pre-orders on PS5 are outselling Xbox versions 6-1. Several reasons. Sony has moved 95 million PS5 units. Microsoft has shipped 35 million Xboxes. That's nearly a 3 times gap right there. On top of that, there's a perception among casual buyers that PS5 is basically the exclusive home of GTA, even though it isn't. And that perception alone moves units. When GTA 5 launched, Xbox 360 was massive and genuinely competitive. Now, Xbox is a much smaller slice of the market. Fewer players, fewer sales, and PS5 sells at a profit where PS3 sold at a loss. So every new player buying into PlayStation to play GTA 6 feeds Sony's ecosystem long-term. Sony is having a moment right now that is very hard to overstate. As for PC players planning to wait 2 years, I respect the patience. I genuinely do not have it. I would buy any platform just to play GTA 6, even if it was the only game I ever touched on it. That's how I ended up with a Nintendo Switch 2 for Zelda. Played 100+ hours there and barely touched anything else on the machine. The wait for a PC port is not 6 months. It's a year, probably 2. In that time, the entire internet will be discussing the story. You will get spoiled. You will see the memes, the moments, all of it before you ever boot it up. I'm not mocking the decision. I'm just saying I have absolutely no idea where that kind of willpower comes from. Speaking of Nintendo, there are rumors circulating that a Switch 2 port is being worked on. Not shocking in theory, Switch 2 is not a weak machine by today's standards. With some serious compromises and a lot of engineering, maybe. For tens of millions of potential buyers, Rockstar might try. But Cyberpunk and even Hitman barely run on that hardware, and those weren't built to GTA's level of world complexity. If Rockstar pulls it off, great. If a port exists at all, it won't be soon. PC release is a certainty regardless. It's a profitable platform. PC players have gotten serious about actually buying games over the last decade. And GTA Online's multiplayer means you basically need a legit copy to play. The question is never if, only when. And watching the rest of the world play while you wait is its own kind of suffering. Honestly, I don't think I'm emotionally prepared for this to actually be happening. Not in a year, not in 2, in a few months. GTA 6 comes out. I should have had more time to process that.